when you're preventing, you're conducting threat assessment. And threat assessment is essentially predictive profiling. So when the idea is that every security officer, when he's deployed in a given protected environment, he will have the capability to understand every situation, every person, and every object through the threat that applies to him. Right after 9/11, Chameleon is a security consulting and training company. We started putting together these courses on predictive profiling. The idea was that we will explain to our clients the kind of tools and methods used in Israel to protect or secure against terrorism. The term predictive profiling was coined by us, but it's basically to explain the Israeli approach to security, which is the use of threat assessment. I think the fact that we're the source, that we've came up with the term, and we know it at its very basic level, and that we also know how to apply it in basically every protected environment that you can think of. Chameleon has been delivering training and solutions based on predictive profiling to clients that range from defense departments of several countries, central banks, mass transit, airports, corporate facilities, malls, you name it. We've trained those types of organizations with predictive profiling, and also helped in implementing these types of methods into the organization.
Right. So we basically also teach people to assume a role of the adversary and to use that as a starting point to start your whole security approach.
I think the message to every security officer is to understand the responsibility that they have on their shoulders. A lot of times you're put in a position where the routine, you're doing your 8-hour shift, another 8-hour shift, nothing happens. We're in security, we're measured really sometimes in seconds and minutes over a career, over many, many days and months of working. And so the responsibility, it should be always there to be able to learn how the adversary works against you. So wherever you're positioned, at an office, at a manufacturing facility, at a retail center, that you would understand how the adversary works there. You would understand how that behavior of the adversary makes his behavior, his operation suspicious, and that you have the responsibility to engage that suspicion. If you just see it and you don't engage, that's not good enough. You need to go, you need to engage to detect the suspicion, you need to determine what is the suspicion and if it's a threat. And if you determine that it is a threat, well, now you have to deploy against it. So those elements that you constantly have that level of responsibility, thinking from the adversary's point of view, and then when you see it, you go towards it, is very important. This is how you beat the adversary. There's no real other way to do it. You never know when you approach a suspicion if that person is a good guy or a bad guy. 99.9% of the time, that person who was just suspicious is probably a good guy. And when you're engaging and you're questioning that person, you will find out that there's perfectly reasonable explanation for why he did what he did or why he behaved a certain way. So when you approach that person, you have to do it with a sense of customer service, a sense of you have to be assertive but also nice. So when you're questioning someone who's suspicious, it'll come across to a good guy as they're doing a professional job. To the bad guy, it will come across, they're on to me, I better leave. So hospitable, you could be hospitable and very security oriented at the same time. They're not at odds with each other.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.